All cultures, every place, at some point in history there was slavery there. Western cultures, America, Britain, other places in Europe, Western cultures are the ones that ended slavery, the ones that had huge pushes to prohibit this. But the result of this decline of the Western heart is the author identifies a lot of timidity, a lot of people in the West being pushed around and told that if we say a single word against it, we're racist. And this fear of being called racist, maybe not so much in the 2020s, but certainly in the 2000s and the 90s, being labeled a racist was one of the worst things that could happen. If everybody thinks you hate a certain group just because of their skin tone, that could lose you your job, you could become a social outcast. And the starkest example of this that the author brings up is the public response to the Rotherham grooming gang. Rotherham being a place in England where a lot of immigrants from a certain culture, they came in and groups of young men from among this demographic formed gangs that would essentially sexually assault white women at will, often young white girls, and nobody stopped them. The police didn't even look into it because they didn't want to be labeled racist. They didn't want it to be a huge controversy for that police department. And the author gives a particularly moving quote about this, quote, "Grown men chose to watch in silence as their daughters were taken away to be sexually abused, rather than run the risk of being called racist for speaking out or fighting back, and defending their loved ones. Make no mistake, the most sickening aspect of the scandal in Rotherham was that no one stood up to what was happening," end quote. And that's one that even gave me pause, because it is such a stark example of people in the West doing absolutely nothing in the face of the worst humiliation, the worst kind of oppression that one group can place on another short of taking away their human rights. In the face of that, it is hard to argue that Western man has not lost our heart.